Hey everybody, it's Kary Oberbrunner, and we are with the Blockchain Life, and I have with me a fantastic guest today. I'm super excited to be chatting with him. It's all about the metaverse, and his name is Tano. How you doing today?
Hi, mate. How are you? Absolutely
I'm
fine. Super
oh
fascinated.
man, this topic is so cool. First of all, I love your hair. I'm jealous. I wish I had hair, and then I wish it was blue.
Blue
Um,
always.
oh man,
Always.
it's so good. So you are in Argentina.
Absolutely. Yep. Right now.
So your English is fantastic.
Thank you.
Give us a little background,
I,
where did you
okay.
come from, all this stuff.
Well, I have to speak every day on English for connections and for building the network and also building the stuff related to the company. Related to my background, I came from the entertainment side. I was a founder of a mass event production company here in Argentina. And from 2018 to 2020 we made different type of events in places like church, parks, museums. It was a really epic journey. And when 2020 came with the pandemic, we have to like literally change everything, and we keep the know-how of creating super funny things and super enjoyable events. And we pivoted about the side of turning everything to the digital side, because when we went to the YouTube and Twitch experience was really like imitated. It's
Mhm.
okay for interviews, for conferences, or for working, but for immersive experiences is very very limited. So that's why we focused on building. Our first experience was built on Unreal Engine 5, 4, sorry, and we won a Epic Games Mega Grant from Epic Games. So that's one of the first achievement. But well, that's a lot. I'm going through through I'm the CEO and founder of Musur World. That's important right now.
And spell
That's
that
my
again.
focus.
Musure.
Exactly, Musur. It comes from music and culture. It's the joining of the mixing of two words,
That's so
music
good.
and culture. So they are joined on music.
Wow. And tell my audience, because this is brand new for a lot of us. What does immersive experience mean, and what is metaverse? Can you define some of these terms?
Okay, okay. Immersive experience is an adjective of the metaverse, and this about immersive experience is something more simply. It's only being in a place that you can feel that you have more interaction than only watch. You have to interact with the experience. If you
Yes.
interact with the experience, you are in immersive experience. So that's why it also do not have to be on virtual reality. You can be in an immersive experience on a social network on the cell phone. So that's why it's very limited. And related on terms of metaverses or metaverse is something that it's a word that is everyday builded. So for me, it's a place where we have a digital identity, a digital community, and a place where we work. So that's why there are a lot of people that say that we really live on the metaverse. For example, LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitter, they are places where you are a digital identity, you have a digital community, and also where you work. You post them, your things, you have interaction within the network. So we already live in the metaverse. And these next words are related to the future of social networks, the future of the internet, of the Web3, and that stuff is related to owning the things of the metaverse. So that's why we are translating from Web1, where everything was the information was only to see, to look at it and see what is happening. Web 2 was related about creating the content of that we can see, and Web 3 is creating, seeing it, and also owning the the things, the assets of the internet. So that's come with blockchain, and also will be a question for Mark for related for Meta. How are they gonna add blockchain or owning to the metaverse?
So
But
that's
well,
when you say a question for Mark, you're talking about Mark Zuckerberg.
yeah, absolutely.
So you would ask Mark Zuckerberg the question of, hey, I get that you changed Facebook to Meta, but how are you going to integrate blockchain in to the metaverse? That would be a question.
Yes, or own it. Maybe they can do it with other ways. Blockchain is a way. I love, of course, blockchain because blockchain is an internet of contracts. That's
Yes.
all. Uh,
Internet of contracts.
and when you
Yeah.
have contract, everything is clear. And when you have clear things, you can invest with long-term viewing, and that's a lot of things related to blockchain. Digital assets. That's something that we didn't have before. So also because, for example, connecting with my metaverse, Muser World, for example, we have creators and gamers that for more than 20 years they do not own anything. They play, they create for nothing in
Mm,
change. That's something very very bad for the world. It's very, because take an example. Think about every person that is under 28 years old, for example.
okay.
They are or creators like
Okay.
streamers or music artists
Mhm.
or influencers or similar, or photographers, videographers, a lot. And they are, or maybe they are gamers. They play video games, they every day, they have identities on them, and but they don't own anything. And that's something very very difficult to think about, because what they're gonna do when they have 40 or 50 years old. And
Mm,
my answer is they're gonna do the same things. They're gonna keep playing video games. That's something that it will be very normal, and that's why I'm betting on the 3D metaverse. The 3D metaverse, like Muser World, it's only a place where you can be with your avatar, have a digital identity, have a community, connecting with the creator, helping him grow. Well, it's very a complete ecosystem. And also, attaching to this, you have the limitation opportunity of metaverses. So have to be limited. So that's why there are owning. You have a limited lands. You have the limited accessories, limited avatars. So the why of this, because it have to be attractive to invest. So if there is no
scarcity.
scarcity, exactly. Thank you.
I like that. So
So
I
I,
Google
I
it.
have
Keep
to
going.
finish. So if there is scarcity, there is a limitation. You cannot, you have to use all your demand, and for completing the demand of buying new assets, there have to be new metaverses like Facebook, like Meta, like News World, like Sandbox, like the Decentraland. Is something that will be natural. That's all, mate.
I love that. Can I take our audience, because this is going to be a podcast, it's also going to be a live stream that we're going to post later. But can I show our audience your website or the
Of
metaverse or
course.
something?
Yes, yes.
Okay,
I can. Do you
I,
want
I
to?
got it. I got it right here.
Perfect.
Okay, so I'm gonna show. I just Googled you, and that's how I found you. I just said, who's crushing it, and I found you. What? So here you are. But what website should I go to?
Musur.world.
MUSURE dot
.world.
WORLD.
Yep.
That's it.
Exactly.
And wow. So
That's all.
this is your website.
Yep.
And
Exactly.
what am I looking at?
Well, you can take a look. That's the demo, pre-alpha gameplay. We built that demo for the first MVP that we launched last year, and
Mhm.
with that MVP, with that demo, we won the Epic Games Mega Grant. And after that, launching this MVP, we understood that the problem was bigger. The problem wasn't only the limited experience. The problem was about creators and gamers lack of freedom, of economic freedom. They want to earn money from their playing games. It's like when you play football, it's the same idea when you're right now playing video games. It's the same. Apply it for whatever you want. And also creators, they want to earn things. They want to to invest on themselves and have a long-term path of ownerships. So that's why NFTs have the best condition to attach to the games. So that a metaverse that I'm playing is the combination of a video game with the creator side with the blockchain. So it's there
Wow.
are three technologies that already exist. We only combine it, and we didn't invent the whale or fire. It's something that it's
Yes.
not. It's natural of evolution, combining things to create new ones.
So I'm just gonna say it straight out. You're pretty big stuff.
Thank you.
Like, in other words, Epic Games is no joke. That's
Hmm.
behind Fortnite.
Yeah, yes, mate.
And you're telling me that you created a world that got the attention of Epic Games and they gave you a grant?
Exactly. Exactly, mate.
Wow.
Yep.
What do you hope what's what's the vision? What do you hope happens?
Where are we going?
Yeah, where are you going with this whole thing?
Oh, wait. Interoperability between different worlds, interoperability between physical world and digital. For example, buying things on our metaverse and receiving it physically, buying accessories for your avatar, and you can take photos with your accessories, but with on your own skin, like for example sneakers, or buying a graffiti and graffitiing some of your house with that accessory or graffiti. So these two things are very, very important. The third one is allowing tools for creators to building things inside our metaverse. So that's something very, very powerful because you can very with a simple way of with templates. Like for example, Nike did it with the some sneakers that you can
Yes.
personalize. Same idea, but on the metaverse. So that will be super interesting because we can drive digital fashion, and
Yes.
they can create that digital fashion. So they will be the owners of their own marks. It's like giving empowering creators. That's one of
You're
the
empowering creators.
yes, mate.
I love
And
that.
the mission is economic freedom for creators and gamers. Economic freedom.
Ooh, that's good. Economic freedom for creators and gamers.
Yes, mate. That's also because why you're focusing on Latam. Here people talk about NFTs or blockchain or all the day. And every conversation that I know, I'm not speaking. Huh? They don't know that maybe I'm not the CEO of a metaverse, and they speak about it because they see the lack of freedom. They see the possibility of having freedom. We have a 50% inflation each year in our local currency, and
50% inflation. Oh, in
yeah,
Argentina.
in Argentina, yeah, and that's normal. It's okay. We in 2001 we had 1K per day, 1K per inflation per day. Also, my family is like escaped from Argentina. I'm Italian. We are all Italian. That's why we went back to Italy, and we lived 6 years in Italy. That's why I'm called Tano. It's my artistic name. Of my also my real name because that's one of I love it. Of course, I have legal names. It's Franco Franco Bevacqua. It's other one, but my real
Wow.
and because Italian guys in Argentina are called Tano. That's why,
Tano.
and that's why I love the artistic
I
name.
love this. I love this. So I want people to catch the whole background because it would be very easy for some of my audience to say, "Oh, Tano, he's young. He's just into video games." But you're telling me you're in a world, a country whose currency, the inflation is unsustainable.
Mhm.
And you needed to create an alternative currency and an alternative world just to survive. And you want to bring recognition and respect to the gamers and creators.
Yeah, something like that.
I like it.
Yes, I like it. I like it.
I
And
like it.
also, for example, some friends come to me and say, "Hey, do you have some job for me?" Something not scary, it's normal. And I say, "Yes, buy an avatar and interact on our Discord, interact on our metaverse, and have digital properties, buy it, and create your own." It's something like have a lot of powerful, because everyone, that's something I think, is a creator,
I like
and
that.
they
I
don't
agree.
they don't know it maybe,
I
but
agree with
everyone
you.
can create.
You know why I agree with you? Because in my background, so I used to be a faith leader, you know, and in my favorite book, it says that we are created in God's image and God created. So in a way, we're all supposed to be creators.
Hmm.
I think what's happening is right. I mean, what we're literally doing is creating sub-worlds. What do you think?
Yes, absolutely. And also, I agree with other things. It's everyone is a gamer. We always played games.
Ooh,
Think about
that's
it.
interesting. That
From
is
from the
deep.
first day of our life as a humans, we grow it with games, and everything that is gamified is funny. And if it's funny, it's easy to understand. It's easy to learn. That's why everything will be gamified on the future, I think. From
Oh
buying on
my
a
gosh.
supermarket to
This is
buying on a
deep.
supermarket to having friends will be gamified. That's something more complex.
This
So
is deep. Oh my gosh. So you're saying everybody is a creator and everybody is a gamer.
yes, deep inside, yes, of course.
That's
Yeah,
huge. Okay. So
that's
so
good. Yes.
that I mean, no, but that's big because you know, you have people who say, "Oh, I'm a gamer. I'm not a gamer." But you're right. As little kids, if the teacher says, "Hey class, we're going to play a game," automatically everybody's engaged. You can make learning fun, but if you gamify it, you know, boys against girls, team A versus team B, it's like it's part of our humanity.
Yeah, always. Also, for example, we are not gonna focus on being like very hard to win games. Will be like very simply ways. Could be from, I don't know. I'm shooting like Tetris or whatever could be. Snowball War. Like there are a lot of things that they are not focused. Of course, we are focusing on esports, of course, because we need it for sustainable things about the economy. But also we will have the other side of the world that will be more simple to understand, more friendly, more engagement from the side of social experience. For example,
Wow.
I'm a gamer. That's why I understand a lot of things. And also, I was music manager of our artist. I was the founder of a massive production company. I won 5 award and contest by innovation and social technology impact here in Argentina. And coming back to I am a gamer. I'm playing right now GTA 5 role play. It's like a mod system, like gamers that love GTA 5 like did mods, like different versions of GTA
Mhm.
5, and you can enter on that, and you have the voice chat. It's a spatial voice. You enter if you are near someone, you can speak it very directly, and you can have cars and have your own mafia, have your own the apartment. But it's really focused on being like a bad people. For example, if you're not very hard. Uh, they can be very bad with you, or for example, so they can rob you in the street. Robbery, it's okay,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, Robbie, yeah.
Exactly. So it's a bad trip, you know. So
Yeah.
I saw some, and I played with my brother, and we say, "Oh, I don't want to play anymore. I'm not feeling good right now," and because you're a robot and you have to follow the steps and you have to be.
Wow.
No, so I want to do that, but without the bad trip. I want only the good feelings, the good
The
trip.
good feelings. Okay.
Also,
All
you
right.
have role play. The role play, you cannot be like you're not human. You are the avatar, and you have a story on the avatar. And if you break that role play, you're like punished. You can go to vacations, they say, and that's banned.
Wow.
So and it's amazing. There are a lot of interaction that we don't know. Also for me, for example, that I'm a gamer and it was my first time on GTA 5 last month. I started was amazing. Was okay. I love it. I love it. Trying to dance with people like I don't know, and if they go away, if you didn't add on your cell phone, yeah, you lost him because it's like the war. It's the same idea.
Wow.
If you don't get the contact of the other people, you lose him. Maybe some other day you can maybe look for him again. But so there are a lot of interaction that are very very incredible and deeply to understand. And they play every day. Have community. They have family. It's incredible. I want to do
How
that, but more friendly. That's the
how
idea.
old are you?
24.
Wow. 24 years old,
Yeah, man.
and you are you are making headlines. You're changing the world. So
Yes, mate. I love it.
yes, yes. So here's some more questions for you. We have about 10 minutes left.
Okay.
What would you tell my generation? You would say that the reason, we've always had video games. I mean, not always, but video games have been around for a long time. But the new thing that's happening that you are bringing up today is that you can take all of your assets in one video game and now move them to another video game. That's the future. The world in the future is that you're going to take all of your avatar, your social currency, your NFTs, and you'll be able to go around all places. Is this true?
Okay. Okay.
I'll be I my camera lost, but I'll be right back. But keep talking. Explain that, okay?
Okay. Yes. Well, first thing related on terms of um, my advice of for everyone on the world will be enjoy the moment and try to keep learning from this because also for us it's like us like under 28 years old. It's something difficult. It's something that we keep learning. So that's the first step. Be learning minded, and
Mm,
for me, something that is going to change the world is one of the. It's my first revolution. For example, I always speak as a revolution because we had the internet revolution, and well, other types, and right now we have the blockchain revolution that it's called related to ownership, and
the
that's something very.
blockchain revolution. I love it.
Yep, it's something that is going to change everything. And if you want to keep doing business or keep changing the world or keep driving different missions or try to do a new mission, this is the place because there are not too many people, and the ones that we are here, we are really really engaged to drive things that are really on the long term. That's something that is very difficult right now because there is a lot of volatility, and that's not something normal because when something is new, there are very high opportunities, and no one's knows nothing. So that's why volatility. But when the time
Volatility,
is
yes.
going on the time, it's the thing will be very very
Stable.
more stable. Exactly. For example, I think in the future we are going to have multi tokens. So I pay something on the supermarket with my own token. They give me their own token because they have gamified supermarket things. And who knows, everything will be super connected. You can have loans with your digital NFTs, and that's something very very powerful. For example, for because if identities are unique,
Yes.
NFTs are unique.
Yes.
So in mathematics, NFTs are identities. So that's why I think this is going to work. NFTs are identities, and
Wow.
NFTs are access. If you understand this, you can create. That's only about your creativity. What you can build. You can build identities and access. That's
Okay.
all. That's
And
all.
and as a publisher, I get that. That's part of the reason why I'm here is because I started to get NFTs and I'm like, this is going to change everything. So example would be books, physical books. when you digitize them and they become an NFT, now all kinds of new opportunities are opened up. Would you agree?
Absolutely. You can relate it on terms of access. For example, I want to build my own NFT collection, and you can do it, and the audience can do it. Everyone can do their own NFT collection. Could be drawings, like very simple drawings, and you can sell it to maybe your friends, maybe some guys that they really bet on you and they want your success. And for example, I want to do my own NFT that it's called my own dinner, whatever, and I can give access to a mentorship on a dinner with some guy, and it's one time of a year. So that also that asset in the moment of the dinner is going to high in the value, maybe because I'm more famous. Or they want my advice.
Sure. Yeah.
So
Your value rate.
exactly in every transaction, I'm winning money, I'm earning money, and the one that want to bet a lot because they want my advising. Okay, let's meet. Of course, with a
Yes.
little bit of security, but could be done without a problem.
Oh,
And
you
think
just
about
got me thinking.
every industry.
You
Sorry.
just got me thinking. What if, oh, this is big. What if someday you're so famous, Tano, that people say, they email your secretary or assistant and they say, I'd like to meet with Tano. And you don't want to waste your time on people who aren't serious. So could you say, show me your digital wallet and show me all the interviews that you've already watched of Tano? Show me all the books that you've read of Tano, all the articles. You could, so that they come to you and they don't ask you dumb questions that you've already talked about.
Absolutely, it's an access, and maybe the one who have seen my 10 conferences, I give to him some dinner each year. Oh, well, I don't
Yes.
know. I have the dinner online, but
But
it could be whatever. Could be whatever.
you're hungry. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
No, okay.
No. But that's a real way to gamify mentorship.
Absolutely,
So
and
rather
could
than
be
some stranger calling you and you don't even know who they are, now you kind of can look at their blockchain tracking,
well, yeah,
wallets, and you could say, oh, they've listened to these podcasts, they've read these books, and now your conversation can be much higher level because you
hmm
don't have to go back and explain all the elementary principles.
absolutely. In Web 1, we were a username and a password.
Password.
And Web 2, we have a sign connected to a social network. So that's
Yes.
why we're creators also.
Yes.
And in the Web 3, we are owners. So we only need wallets. And
Wallets.
because we have the transparency on them, and we know we don't need to know who is this person, like in the identity. We can know about him or her related to her experiences and his ownings, and that is very, very, very powerful. Also, for example,
And
in other industry, uh, it's not other industry, restaurant. I saw a tweet the other days. You can use it, the entry for a dinner, for example, and you can resell it. And for example, if you don't want to go to that dinner, you can sell it your own ticket. So it can be also connected to events, can be connected to whatever. It's
wow.
absolutely stunning. I love it.
And I've even heard just a couple more use cases here. I've even heard, for example, when you and I first met today, if I could have gone into your wallet before, and I want people to realize going into your wallet doesn't mean that I can take everything. It means that I can view your history. But what if I could have said, "Oh my gosh, Tano, in 2019, I was at this conference in London. Here's my badge, here's my NFT. You were at this conference." Like we can track each other's
Absolutely,
attendance for different
absolutely.
social events as well.
There is a company that is doing that right now. It's called POAP, 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 and they are NFTs for event. And the other one is our pool. Also, I did a podcast with the CEO, very, very interesting guy. and they are rov.eth on Twitter, and the idea is the same, but it's more gamified. So you have to complete some type of doing things for winning that NFT of their podcast, for example. And
That is
after 1 month,
awesome.
it disappear maybe, or the only ones that have the NFT can see it again. It can be it's all related of creativity. That's the powerful things, because we right it's one of the first moment of or maybe the second moment of the human history
Yes.
that can be unlimitless.
Yes.
But I think the first one was internet,
Yes.
because we are all connected, and right now we can be, well, can have ownership of that connection. And
So the internet connected us, but
yeah.
blockchain allows us to do trustless
Oh,
and and
I like it.
contract. Right
Yes, and
now we
transparency, that's something
transparency.
difficult. And confidence, trustless.
Yeah.
Confidence is one of the biggest difficult things to build, and also one of the most important, because business are doing with confidence. If you don't have confidence, you don't invest. So when you are on blockchain, everything it's here. Hey,
Yeah.
mate, you can see it. And for example, if I sell, if I buy from my wallet, it's something that everyone can see it.
I
So of
love
course
it.
they have to understand which is my wallet. That's why we are a wallet right now.
Yes.
And related to metaverses, we are an avatar.
Where can I my camera's jacked. I'm gonna come right back. But tell me where my people can find you, like on Instagram, Twitter, all these different places.
Okay. First one for connecting networkship is LinkedIn. Tano Bevacqua, B-A V-A Bevacqua. Tano. And on Twitter, I love to tweet every day. Tano Musur. And
Mhm.
on Instagram also Tano Musur, but it's more for myself. And that's all, mate. Twitter and LinkedIn are one of my biggest social networks that I
Yes.
always post. And of course, musur.world. That's the place that you can connect with me more
Yes.
deeply, and go to our Discord. We are really, really active on them. We made a sprint of 2 weeks. The third week, we do testing. And in the finish of that week, we do a voting power that, in simple terms, you can decide the future. You vote
It's
what you
almost,
like.
is it like a DAO, a decentralized autonomous organization?
Yes, but more simply, with the same value. The DAOs are something that are very powerful. The future of the world is building everything on DAO. I'm absolutely sure about it, but they are so difficult to build it right now,
Mm,
because we have a lot of regulation that they don't want to have the DAOs. There are a lot of smart contract things that if you write it, you cannot change it, because
yes.
that's the idea of
Blockchain.
blockchain.
Yeah.
And so when you write something, and maybe on the 2 years or 1 year or six months you want to change it for something, you cannot. So how I growth hack this, building the same idea, trying to understand, because the idea of the DAO is try to understand what the community want
Yes.
and give money to that. So
Yes.
that's the DAO.
So
In a simple way.
Discord allows you to kind of hack it. It allows you to go, instead of a DAO, you can still get the opinions of your community.
Yes, we do it very simply with a forms, a Google Forms, or
Nice.
Typeform. It's very simple. The idea is only trying to understand. I also made two acceleration with Founder Institute and Y Combinator. I graduated from them, and the simple idea is here. Listen to the community. The community
Are you
knows what
are
they
you
want.
are you part of the Founders Institute?
Sorry.
Did you say something about founders?
Founder Institute, yes, it's an accelerator from Silicon Valley. They have different cities around the world that work with them. And
Yes.
well, I just want to understand and to learn. And
Mhm.
the simple idea in two words or whatever, it's understand the community. They will tell to you what they want, and if you do that things, you are okay. You will always be evolving. That is the final uh, thing.
That's so good.
evolution.
Well, Tano, you blew my mind today.
Thank you, mate.
This
Thank you
was
for being.
awesome.
Thank you
I'm
for
gonna
inviting
share.
me.
I'm gonna share this everywhere, and we'll get this out in a couple weeks. But thank you so much, and we'll be in touch.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure. Keep building. Enjoy life as always.
I,
And
I, I'm forever a gamer now. You've changed my life. Seriously,
thank you.
I'm a gamer and a creator. I love it.
Thank you. I'm super
Thank
glad.
you.
Super beautiful to meet you, mate.
Take care,
Thank you.
my
Thank you,
friend.
brother. Take
See
a
ya.
beautiful day.